Here are 15 facts, Easter eggs, and details you missed in Demon Slayer Season 3, The Swordsmith Village. And if you haven't watched the arc as yet, spoilers ahead. Much like Episode 5 of Demon Slayer's The Swordsmith Village, with Tanjiro showcasing his most powerful breathing form, the Sun Halo Dragon Dance, Episode 8 showcased some of the strongest mist breathing forms, with Muichiro demonstrating it not once, but twice. And Ufotable didn't disappoint with giving it the care and love that it needed. Truly spectacular. Watch the demon run for its life as Muichiro tries to lop off its head. I really liked how the team handled Muichiro's backstory, especially when it came on to his parents. In the anime, we got more than enough shots of his father's face, and him working closely with Muichiro, unlike in the manga where he only appeared in a few panels. It's the same for Muichiro's mother as well, but it didn't stop there. They really did justice to the scene of him trying to get some herbs for his sick wife in the middle of a storm. That's some of the most realistic rain I've ever seen in any anime. Not only did we get some of the most amazingly animated scenes, we also got a lot of symbolism in this episode as well. The color contrasts between Muichiro's mother and father, the different trees in the background, and even how the brothers are portrayed in stark contrast to each other. In my breakdown of episode 8, I highlight this in detail, so I advise you to go check it out. You'll be shocked. And guys, we can't go any further without mourning the death of a very important character in episode 8. He fought valiantly since the moment he came on the screen, and we truly love all the work that he did, putting his life on the line. Let us put to rest Pepe, the CGI fish. Let's all take a moment to put to rest the greatest freaking CGI fish in all of anime. You did well, my boy. You did well. Also, in the manga, there wasn't an army of CGI fish, it was just one. Muichiro is a beast, to say the least, being strong enough to take down an upper rank by himself. And he demonstrated moves unlike any other Hashira before him. His 7th form, obscuring clouds, or haze. In the anime, it was never really explained how it works, but in the manga, it broke it down for us. Muichiro drastically changes the tempo of his movements. He achieves this by wearing baggy clothes, of course. When he appears in front of his enemies, he seems slow, but he can dodge in an instant. And since he's much faster than the upper rank, he more than outclassed this demon in every single way. Why did Muichiro collapse after defeating the upper rank 5? Couldn't he just run over and help Tanjiro? Well, it's all due to his Demon Slayer mark. It grants him greater speed, strength, and endurance. Muichiro was pumped full of Gyokko's poison and even partially drowned, so most of his strength had been sapped. Then came in his Demon Slayer mark to give him a little pep in his step. When it wore off, all the battle damage that he had sustained came rushing back, causing him to froth from the mouth and even fall over. Poor guy, someone get him a stretcher. Despite most of our anime exclusive scenes being mostly of the gang, like Muichiro, Tanjiro, Genya, Nezuko, Mitsuri wasn't left out of the mix. In episode 9 of the Swordsmith Village, after her initial attack on the Hatred clone to save Tanjiro, when she ran back to get Nezuko and Genya, this is an anime exclusive. In the manga, before she would attack, she would have a swearing contest with the Hatred clone, after it called her a harlot. Well, maybe not a full-on swearing, but she sees him as a kid, and she's mommy, so you know she's about to give him a spanking. As you might have known, Demon Slayer likes to skip many of the exposition panels given in the manga by our disembodied narrator. But to our surprise, episode 10 subverts that expectation. In this episode, we got Tanjiro explaining Mitsuri's sword and how it works, Mitsuri's father giving us some exposition on her muscle density, and Genya letting us in on his abilities. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but hey, I like covering these things when Demon Slayer misses out, so what the hell? I really love how episode 10 of the Swordsmith Village gave us a bit of insight into Mitsuri's life. I saw many Twitter fans complaining that all the Hashira had cookie cutter backstories of dead parents, but they all shut up when Mitsuri's family is shown happy and still alive. In the manga, it kinda alluded to her family not being in her life, but the anime made sure to set us on the right path, showing us that her family actually really loved her and didn't care if she never found a man. There is one fact that I'll spoil. All the Hashira are currently subscribed to Vari Studios TV, and they're doing tryouts, so if you don't want to miss out on your chance to become a powerful Hashira yourself, hit that subscribe button with notifications on. Another thing that I noticed is that the final episode of Demon Slayer was certainly an enjoyable one. being praised as the best episode of season 3. But with that comes a lot of changes from the manga, and since the episode is 1 hour and only 3 chapters were adapted, we can definitely see this. This episode has a lot of improvised or anime exclusive scenes, one of which being our opening chase scene when Tanjiro hunts down Hantengu's mini body. This scene is beautifully animated, with Ufotable taking real trees from the Amazon to make it possible. And I'm not lying about that, you can fact check me on their Twitter posts. I'm really loving the attention that the animation studio gave to our new MVP Demon Slayer, Genya. Within the last episode, we got an anime exclusive scene showing him running. And though it might seem insignificant for most, it isn't for us, for the Fire Studios nation. This shows that Genya is a bit different from our main Demon Slayers with the way he runs. Maybe a little bit more inexperienced when it comes down to running, but his real strength lies in his strength. Not only that, Studio Ufotable actually animated him a little differently from our main protagonists, showing that he's not as fast as Tanjiro or Nezuko, but still he does his best to try and keep up and work to his own strengths. Which, if you've been watching the episode carefully, it's definitely munching off the face of demons. Not only were there plenty of anime exclusive scenes for us to choose from, we also got some slight changes in the anime from the manga, one of which being when Muichiro gave Tanjiro his new blade. In the anime, Tanjiro heard him calling, then he threw down his new blade, followed by Haganezuka choking him out, after which he passed out. Hilariously, Kotetsu thought that he was dead and blamed Haganezuka, but in the manga, the sword just appeared out of nowhere. It's at this point when Tanjiro noticed Muichiro getting choked out. Then he took hold of his blade and used it to murk this evil demon. Or so he thought. One of the best fake out scenes in the entire Swordsmith Village arc is when we thought that Nezuko was dead. In the manga, this scene was much shorter, ending somewhat after Nezuko kicked Tanjiro away to kill the demon and of course save the humans. In the anime, we got a really nice extended scene, and it showed us some flashbacks of Nezuko throughout the seasons. Anime fans already know what flashbacks in the middle of a death scene can mean. It could mean a huge power up or death signals. In this case, it was positioned so well, it seemed like we were saying goodbye to one of the best characters in the entire series, which is hard for many to even comprehend. And with the blaring Demon Slayer OST in the back, I couldn't help but tear up, even though I know this wasn't the end. Bravo, Ufotable. Bravo. Some of the more notable or unexpected outcomes of this episode was that of Hantengu's backstory and also showing Muzan's life. Both were riddled with anime exclusive scenes, and we were all just gushing at them out to learn even more. In the manga, Hantengu's backstory was a beautiful 2-page spread showing snapshots of his life. Went pretty much the same as the anime, more or less. We do get more info about his life from the creator's fan books, which is really amazing, and you can learn more about Hantengu's life in one of my videos that I did on it. But not only did we get Hantengu's backstory, but we also got a surprise showing Muzan's past as well. I really thought that they would show this next season, but I'm really glad they did add it to this season, showing us that Muzan was always a sick bastard from the beginning of time. Him becoming a demon in his mind was the best thing to ever happen, except that he couldn't walk in the sun. So he's been searching a cure for this side effect ever since he became a demon. But now that Nezuko shows that she's able to conquer the sun, he will definitely go after her in an all-out war. And to wrap this all up in a neat little bow, after Muzan's little backstory, the anime content would end, and the rest of the episode when Tanjiro meets up with the village chief, Haganezuka, and then gets a celebration for saving the village were all anime exclusive scenes, which is really amazing, and I'm really happy that Tanjiro got to get his celebration after all the hard work and the injuries that he's sustained. Plus, he'll definitely need a new body as his bones are grinded to dust. There's dust at this point. Want to learn more amazing facts to level up your Demon Slayer knowledge? Click on one of the 2 videos on your screen right now, or join me again for the next Demon Slayer video. Peace out, stay safe out there.